Have you ever wondered how sugar, this sweet and irresistible ingredient that we use daily, is made? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of sugar production, peeling back the layers on this staple of our pantries. From morning coffees to late-night desserts, sugar is a part of our everyday lives. But the journey it takes from field to spoon is a journey few of us truly understand. So, buckle up, sweet tooths. Well, it's time to unveil the sweet mystery behind sugar production. Our sweet journey begins with sugarcane, a tall grass that thrives in tropical regions. Sugarcane fields waving in the sunlight are a common sight in countries like Brazil, India, and Thailand. But this isn't just any grass, it's the raw material for one of our favorite sweeteners, sugar. Let's dive into the world of sugarcane cultivation. The process starts with planting sugarcane stalks in fertile soil. It's a game of patience, as these tall grasses take about 12 to 18 months to reach maturity. As the months roll by, the canes grow taller and sweeter until they're ready for harvest. Harvesting sugarcane is a labor-intensive task. Workers wielding sharp machetes cut the canes close to the ground. The top green part, which contains less sugar, is trimmed off, leaving behind the sweet, juicy stalk. These harvested canes are then bundled together and loaded onto trucks. The journey doesn't end in the fields though. These trucks, loaded with the sweet bounty, rumble towards their next destination, the sugar factory. It's here that the real transformation begins, turning the humble sugar cane into the sweet white crystals we all know and love. And so, the harvested canes are now ready for the next stage, the extraction of sugar. As we continue on this sweet journey, let's keep in mind the hard work and dedication that goes into every spoonful of sugar. If you are enjoying this video so far, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll really appreciate it. Once the sugar canes reach the factory, they go through a process called milling. But what is milling, you ask? Well, let's delve into the sweet science of it all. Milling is the first step in extracting that sweet, sweet goodness from the sugar cane. The canes are put through a series of large rollers that crush and squeeze the juice out of them. It's a bit like a giant juicer, but instead of making a refreshing glass of orange juice, we're making sugar. This raw, sugary juice might taste sweet, but it's not quite sugar yet. It's a murky mixture of water, sugar, and other organic materials. Now, to separate the sugar from everything else, it's time to bring the heat. The juice is heated to a high temperature in a process called evaporation. This boiling process helps to concentrate the sugar and get rid of excess water. Just like when you boil water for tea, the steam rises, and what you're left with is a concentrated solution. But instead of a strong cup of tea, we're left with a thick, sweet syrup. Now this syrup is still not sugar, but we're getting closer. At this point, the syrup is boiled once more, but this time, something magical happens. As the syrup cools down, sugar crystals start to form. It's a bit like watching snowflakes form in a snow globe. These sugar crystals are the foundation of the sugar we all know and love. But they're not quite ready for your morning coffee or that batch of cookies just yet. The crystals are still mixed with a sticky dark substance known as molasses. Now we have our sugar crystals, but we're not done yet. The crystals are still mixed with molasses. But don't worry, we'll take care of that in the next step. Stay tuned as we continue our sweet journey into the world of sugar production. To get the pure white sugar we all know, the sugar crystals undergo a purification process. This is where the magic of science comes in, with a process known as centrifugation. Now don't let that big word scare you. It's pretty simple when you break it down. Centrifugation is a method used to separate the molasses from the sugar crystals. Picture this, a high-speed spinning machine, much like a very intense washing machine, that uses the force of gravity to separate the heavier molasses from the lighter sugar crystals. The molasses is drawn to the sides and bottom of the machine, leaving the sugar crystals in the center. But the fun doesn't stop there. The sugar crystals are then taken on a journey of refinement. Think of it as a beauty spa for sugar. During this process, the sugar crystals are further purified. They are washed, soaked, and then dried. This is where the sugar gets its iconic white color. It's a bit like a tanning salon, but instead of getting a tan, the sugar is bleached to a bright white. The refining process is incredibly important as it removes any remaining impurities, giving us the pure sugar that we use in our cooking and baking. And it's not just about aesthetics. The purity of the sugar affects its flavor too. The purer the sugar, the sweeter it is. This process is repeated several times to ensure that all impurities are removed, and the sugar is as pure as it can possibly be. It's a meticulous and careful process, but it's worth every second. Finally, the sugar is packaged and ready to be shipped to supermarkets around the world. And that's how we get the sweet white sugar that we all know and love. It's been on quite a journey, from the fields of sugarcane to the high-tech machinery of the sugar factory. Voila! Our journey ends with these shiny white crystals that sweeten our lives every day. So next time you're sweetening your coffee or baking a cake, take a moment to appreciate the journey your sugar has been on. It's a sweet tale indeed. So, to sum up our sweet journey, it all starts in the lush fields where sugarcane is grown. These towering green stalks are harvested and transported to factories where their sweet, sticky juice is extracted. This juice is then boiled, creating a rich, syrupy concoction that is further processed to remove impurities. The syrup is boiled again, leading to a magical transformation. It thickens, changes color, and crystallizes, giving us the sugar we all know and love. But it's not over yet. The sugar crystals are then refined to give us the pure white sugar that we use in our kitchens every day. It's a process that requires a delicate balance of science and skill, a dance between nature and technology. And it's all driven by a common goal, to bring sweetness into our lives. And that, folks, is the sweet tale of sugar production. Now every time you sprinkle some sugar, you'll know the story behind it. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our delicious adventures. Until next time, take care and keep enjoying life's sweetest pleasures.